Hey, welcome to your day off. My name is Corey, and I'm the host of this here podcast. Hey, man, I'm co-host alone, or I don't have a co-host this time, so it gets a little weird for me because I'm so used to having a co-host. I always have someone that I can kind of like lean on or hang out in the conversations. But hey, we're live at where are we? Premiere Orlando. We're live at Premiere Orlando. Big shout out to Rachel Brill. Rachel's our girl here at Premiere, and we just adore her and love her so much. Listen, when we get to do live podcasts at live places, our goal is always to make new friends, but also to dig a little bit deeper with our old friends, and that's exactly what we're doing today. I'm going to dive into to someone who I absolutely adore. This is probably unfair, but I'm going to say it anyways. It's very like rare that you're sitting with an absolute brilliant talent, and they're actually nicer than their talent.
Oh, wow. That's so sweet.
But it's the truth, man.
Wow. Thank you so much.
You're so welcome.
You're the best.
You're the best, buddy.
Thank you.
So sitting in with us is Reema Jabber.
Reema Jabber.
Jabber.
Yep.
I put the wrong vowel in the wrong place.
Fine.
Jabber. Reema Jabber. If you don't follow Reema, you must, because she's just doing stuff that's unbelievable. It's Hair by Reema, and that's Reema. Pause this right now. Take a look at her work, and then you'll want to hear what she has to say today. But Reema, dude, welcome, man.
Thank you.
Thank you for everything. It's so cool to have you here. Well, it's cool to have you here because the first time I asked you, you said no.
I'm so sorry. I don't even remember that. But you know what? It's better this time.
It is.
It's better
everything
now,
happens
like,
when it
chilling.
happens.
Yeah, exactly.
Supposed
You've been
to
my
happen.
friend for like over a year now.
It's been a couple years.
Yeah, it's been a couple years actually.
Yeah, because we booked. This is funny. We booked you for Presley Poe and Friends while the other Presley Poe and Friends was going on. So it was literally like a year in advance. And then we had to move the date because of I insisted. You didn't insist. Let me put that out there.
But yeah,
I insisted that we change the date because our original date was in the middle of Ramadan. And I said the first time I meet Reema, I want like a well-fed Reema, not a starving one.
Totally. And like honestly, you don't know how much that meant to me. I just loved you guys from then, and I was like, these people are so amazing. Like they moved it for me. And that meant a lot to me, honestly.
We just listen. In little inside baseball, I've never ever talked about this on the podcast, but I spent a year in Saudi Arabia, so I'm somewhat aware of like Islamic traditions and stuff.
Right. Yeah.
So I also understand that what it is about almost the challenge of it, right?
Yeah. Totally.
So
it's not supposed to be easy.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
I actually admire that a little bit.
It was to be honest, it's such an amazing month, and it makes you feel good for the soul. And once it's over, you feel really good physically. Like I felt really good at Presley Poe and Friends because physically I felt healthy, and I felt like I could perform, and I looked good too. So yeah,
that's a real question though. Like, do you drop weight every I assume that's what you're talking about.
Yep. Some people gain and some people lose. I lose.
How do you gain?
Well, they stay up all night and eat all night. I mean, that's not the point. You're supposed to eat like less. You're supposed to, donate to people that, are. I'm losing my words here.
That's okay. That's fine.
But
we're just buddies.
Yeah. So it's a month. It's a month for giving. It's not like to eat and go crazy, but some people are.
Some people do
differently.
And everybody practices a little bit differently, no matter what they do.
Yeah. The spread is always great in Ramadan, just like it was at Presley Poe.
That's right. That's right. So, like on average, how much do you lose during the month?
Like max 5 pounds for me. It's getting less over the years, unfortunately.
Such as age.
Such as age.
Such as age.
Unfortunately.
So you can drink, or you can't. No water or anything either, right?
No water, no gum, no food.
No gum.
No nothing. No.
Whoa. So nothing in the mouth.
Nothing.
It
takes a lot of a lot of discipline
to do it.
But it's amazing that we can all do it in that month.
I'm also amazed at like the professional athletes that do it.
Me too.
Like the basketball guys or the football guys that do it. Like
you see how they just drink some water or have a day to break their fast. It's actually amazing, and just the way you feel while you're fasting, like it's just an amazing feeling. Honestly,
how tough are the first couple of days?
Horrible, just from the caffeine point of view. But I have a hack.
What's your hack?
My hack is to get
shoot it in your veins.
Well, basically. So you wake up in the morning.
Yeah.
I eat, the breakfast before sunrise, and then I take a caffeine pill, and then it's mixed with L-theanine. So throughout the day, it's like such a good hack, especially for hairstylists. Hairstylists, get yourself some caffeine pills.
I totally feel like you're cheating
Yeah,
Ramadan.
totally.
You're
I
totally
was like,
cheating.
is this even allowed? But you know what? I think I'm okay for now.
So how do they like? I did not intend this to be an Islamic
Yeah,
conversation,
no,
but
it's
you know
okay.
we're here, right? Like, how does who determines like the sun up and sundown times? Because everyone around the world is going to be like on a literal different time zone. I mean,
Yeah,
that's what we have.
it is different time zones. So
Mhm,
it's like the calendar. I think it's an Islamic calendar.
mhm.
And I'm the worst person to answer this because I don't
Where's
have.
Bassam?
I know where's Bassam. Bassam.
Bassam?
But it changes throughout the year. So in the summertime, for example, it's a much longer day, and in the
Oh.
wintertime, it's a much shorter day. So it's basically when sunrise and sunsets happens, like in life.
You know, the Nation of Islam, they cheated because they made Ramadan the whole month of December.
No,
So they
actually,
did it for this. Yeah, this is true.
I
This is a true
didn't
story.
know
Do you know
that.
the story? They made it so so the Nation of Islam, which somewhat associated, right?
Yeah,
They made their fast month the month of December,
yeah,
because it's the shortest days. And I'm
I
kind of
get
like,
it.
that's like taking a caffeine pill. That's a cheat.
That's a cheat. Oh no! Then
that's,
maybe it is a cheat to take a caffeine pill.
that's a cheat. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
total. That's a total cheat. Yeah,
It's a
but
total
in the
cheat.
summertime, it's like it could be like 10 o'clock or so that you're breaking your fast, and it's literally all day that you've been fasting.
Well, this is actually interesting too because it's not just about the time zone, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because my wife's family lives here in Florida, right? And I remember one time my uncle was in town, yada yada yada. My uncle was in town and he was like, it gets dark so early here. And then he went to his like Nest camera and it was still light in Florida when it was dark in Maryland. So even as you go up and over or down and around, like it's longer days or shorter days.
Exactly, longer or shorter
Well,
days.
what
Exactly.
if you live in Alaska?
Well, then you're screwed. Maybe you should
Are there
live there.
no Muslims in Alaska?
No, I think there is. I think they had to. I forget. They talked about this at one point, and they were like fasting really long days. But then there's like scholars that make fatwas. Basically,
Mhm.
they make it a little easier for you if the situation is that difficult. It's not meant to be like so difficult that you can't live. You know,
Right.
we're not meant to suffer. So,
You're
for
not,
example, if you're sick, you're not meant to like actually suffer
yeah,
and like
they're not trying to
almost
kill you.
die. That's right. You know, it's supposed to be like very spiritual. You know, a good thing. It shouldn't be, killing you.
There's also this place in Sweden that gets no daylight for like 4 months.
Yeah. See, I don't
You can
know.
eat all
The
you want.
scholars know.
Think about how much weight you'd gain there
You know?
during Ramadan. We just vacation. You know how they have like summer vacation or vacation. You
Where
said
is
your
that? I
dad. Your
need to
dad's
go
like a
there.
snowbird,
Yeah,
right?
he is.
Like you do Ramadan in this like city where there's no daylight.
There's some people do that. Some people go places where it's like a shorter day, but like, where is there no daylight?
I think it's like Sweden. Or it's like
Oh,
because
wow.
it's in a mountain range, and there's so
Oh,
little bit of like sun exposure, anyways. But
right.
then they're shadowed constantly.
Yes, I'm sure
Right.
there's a fatwa for that. I'm sure the scholars know how to do.
I love that word fetwa.
Yeah,
How do you spell it?
fatwa. Fatwa.
Fetwa.
Yeah.
I like that.
Right?
I like that a lot.
I need a fatwa for that.
How all right, now back to hairdressing.
Yeah.
So sort of kind of was how'd you find hairdressing? And I say this because I assume you've worn a job pretty much your whole life, or certainly your whole adult life.
Hmm.
Like I'm intrigued by like how you're really interested in hair, because certainly when you're public, you don't really have hair.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, you're right. So, I've always loved hair and beauty since I was a kid.
Mhm.
I never thought I'd be a hairdresser. I never wanted to be a hairdresser. It's not something I like cared for. But I love doing it on the side as a hobby. But I wanted to be a lawyer. I became a paralegal first. Unfortunately, my mom passed away during my hair school event, but she did get cancer while I was in college to study
Mhm.
paralegal. So she initially got cancer there, and then I decided to kind of just work in the field before maybe continuing education. But it was my plan to continue and become a lawyer. But I'm so happy I didn't. My dad would see me. I would go to court all the time. So my dad would see me, going to court, stressing. It wasn't really my area. Like
Were you in
it wasn't
like a button
me.
up suit and stuff like that?
Yeah, and then I would come home and I would paint because it's something that I love to do. I love to like use my hands and paint. So I would come home and paint. I painted with acrylics. I don't have time to paint now. And that was my creative outlet. So my dad was like, "Why don't you just go to hair school and do something that you love to do?"
Really?
Yeah, he gave me the idea. I'm like, really? My Arab dad is telling me to go to hair school? So he was the reason I actually even thought about it. The next day, I went to check out schools and I eventually went to Aveda and I had to do both at the same time, go to Aveda and practice, law. Until I got rid of my files. And then I ended up doing hair. My mom passed away during hair school, unfortunately. And then I ended up working from home just for a little bit, but didn't like the vibe.
Mhm.
Worked at a salon. I loved it so much. It was like I was living my dream. But wearing the hijab was really it was tough for a while for me because I did have situations, it was, some racist encounters where people would walk in and like walk out when they saw me. Or like some women would be like, it's just funny that you do hair and you cover your hair. And I get it. Like it makes sense
No,
to
I
people
mean,
that
that's kind of
don't
my
know, right?
question.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So it's just funny that you like, why would I trust you? And yeah, like why would they trust me? But then again, most hairdressers don't do their own hair,
that's
right?
fair.
But I really had to
But
prove
hold
myself.
on. I'm gonna
Yeah.
hold you to this a
Yeah.
little bit. But because it's not, it's more just about like getting comfortable with somebody's aesthetic more than it is. And I don't
It
mean about
is,
the
you're
hijab
right.
aesthetic, but as
Yeah,
far as like how do they wear their hair? Do they wear it like
totally.
mine? You go if you're not looking for a Danger Jones like hairstylist, then you're not gonna, if that's not the look that you're going for, you're not going to like a Danger
Totally.
Jones hairdresser,
No, no, you're
right?
right. You're right, which is why it took so much effort for me to work so hard to like okay, so what really really helped me was Instagram. Because when I was in hair school, Instagram was created and I immediately hopped on it. I'm like, this is free advertising. This is my creative outlet. That's how I viewed it as my creative outlet. I didn't know the power of it at the time.
Mm.
So I was just posting my work and I was getting clients and I got busy really, really, really fast. So I grew in the industry very quickly, opened a salon 4 years later or 4.5 years later. And I think by that time, I just had to prove myself. I had to prove my skill. And that's where people could see it. But if it's true, if they didn't have Instagram, it was hard for them to trust me. And then they would trust me. Like, or
Right.
people in the salon would see me working. They'd be like, oh, I want her to do my hair. So that's how it was. And for a while, it was actually difficult running a business wearing it. But I don't like to make my hijab a limitation. I never wanted to do that. I
Mhm.
don't agree with that. I think you could it is for some people I think if they can't look past that. But for me, it became something that I was so proud of it, and I love wearing it. I do wear it in a different style. The right way to wear it would be to like cover fully,
Mhm.
but this is how I'm wearing it for now, and I do still wear it the other way as well that you probably see. But I love it. I love representing it. I love that people know I'm a Muslim, and I love being that representation too. Um, yeah,
And
I
then
I love it.
and
Yeah.
also with the hijab, you can't hide at a hair show.
No. It you know what's crazy is that at one point it was setting me back and then it became like something big. Like became a big part of who I am,
Mhm.
which is so amazing because it is a big part of who I am. But I'm not just known for this. I'm known because I'm a hijabi and I
I don't
also do good hair.
I I don't think you're known as the hijabi at all. I mean, I
Really?
no, 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 no. I think it's like, I mean, to your point, I think it's what sets you apart,
Hmm.
but you're just amazing. I mean,
Thank
you
you.
know what it is? It's like in Presley. Oh, she's gonna kill me. She- yeah, I don't
Should
say.
I say this? I don't
I
know.
know, right? Totally. But like when you're scrolling, like right, and you scroll, and it's almost like white noise.
Right.
Same lived in look, same lived in look, same lived in look, and you don't know who's really posting it.
Right.
But there's a few people. Like as soon as like you see, even in a scroll, you're like, that's
You
Reema.
know, right? Oh, I love that.
Like that's Reema, and that's it. And the work's insane. And
Thank you so
what are
much.
what were we talking about? Lay and I were talking the other day about like how like balanced your curly hairs look. Like everything is so symmetrical, but
Oh
in
my
like
God,
this
thank you.
beautiful, gorgeous way. And like it's I don't necessarily know if clients know exactly how amazing you are, but
Oh, thank
hairstylists do,
you.
because we know the challenge to get like this perfect like it's almost, it's the opposite of a fade. Like all
Right.
the weight has to work everywhere or it
Everywhere.
doesn't work,
Yeah, and there's
right?
so many aspects to it. It's not like you know how like you're used to just like blow drying hair, right? Like straight hair, you cut it wet, you blow dry it into the style that you want. And this is like you have to work with their natural texture. So like where is it curly? Where is it wavy? Where is it coily? And then like do they have high porosity or low porosity? And then there's so many aspects that go into it to create that balanced look that maybe clients don't know about, but we educate them. But it is like insane. That's why it can never get boring. It is such a fun.
Because every head is literally different.
Exactly. It's so fun. It can never get boring. There's so many things you can do.
Did you so I was talking to Chris Jones last night, and he said when he first started his Instagram, like, not to name drop, that was weird. But when I was talking to Chris last night, he was saying that when he first started his Instagram, he did everything, and then he noticed that the bob shape that he does like got a lot of attention and stuff. So he was just like, okay, well, I'll post a couple more of those and see what happens. You know, is that kind of what happened with you, or were you always like, I'm doing the curly hair and this is what I'm pushing, or
No.
is it just what people became interested in?
Do you know what? It actually happened very organically. Like everything on my Instagram happened very organically. Like I said, it was my creative outlet. And then I thought, I was like, oh my God, I have so many followers, like 1,500 followers was like, appreciated all the followers I got, right?
Sure.
But my main focus was my business, and I opened a salon and I needed to make sure it's busy. So my main, like me keeping my Instagram going was for that. Then I've always been educating as well. Like it's just always been a part of me, and in my old salon, in my current salon, I've always been like the educator. And so it always, that also happened organically. But right before COVID, I actually wasn't doing curly hair. I've always done all hair types,
Mhm.
but I was very known for color corrections and balayage and non curly hair. But the curly girls would come to me. I just didn't get, my clients didn't want to embrace their curls yet.
Mhm.
Then it was like 2019. I'm like, you know what? We're starting to get a lot more curly girls. I need to train my team. So I had to work on this method, make it simplified, just like I did with the foolproof balayage. I have another method for like regular balayaging, non curly hair. And so I created this method for my team initially. And then what happened was we just got really busy. And then I wanted to launch a class for the public because I felt like they needed to learn this,
Mhm. The
especially in
public meaning
Canada.
other hairstylists.
Other hairstylists,
Yeah.
sorry, that's what I meant. And then COVID hit, and we had to basically put a hold on everything. And then right after COVID, it just completely exploded, and all people wanted to see and do and talk about was curly hair. So it just got like crazy, but that just happened naturally on its own. And now, if I post a balayage, nobody likes it.
I mean, that happens. That
I was
happens.
like, but I do
Wait a
balayage
second.
too.
When's the last time you did that? I haven't seen that in your feed in a
Like
long
a couple
time.
weeks ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's all
But
the way
you
at the
know what I'm
bottom. It got
saying?
pushed down.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like, but I still love that so much too. Like, I love doing all hair, and I love doing the balayage, and I love doing a bob. I love doing all
I love how
hair.
you say balayage.
A balayage.
Balayage. No, you forced it that time. It was much better when it's coming out natural, Reema. Balayage. No, I like that.
Yeah. So I love all hair, but curly
So
hair
the
blew me
curly
up.
one though still blew you up though, right?
That's what blew me for sure.
Yeah.
Definitely. That's what blew me up. I was working with like Schwarzkopf because I work with Schwarzkopf before I was really doing curly hair.
Mhm.
And I love doing the balayage and the color corrections and all that. But when I started doing curly hair, and it was a very organic way of posting. So I started doing consultations, and it just blew up. Like I remember I posted that one video, and it was a kind of controversial because the girl had like different curl types, and she was talking about her curl types, and people
Mhm.
didn't agree. But I agree with her. She did have all those curl types, and she ended up going viral. Like I remember posting, I went camping with my family, and then we had such bad service. It took a whole hour to post, and then it posted, and it was like craziness. Like it was like every 2 minutes I was getting like 1,000 followers, and that just like went off.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's cool. I was with Olivia. This is 2018. I was with Olivia. And did you see the one that Olivia did with the water bottle?
No.
So she cut off the top of a water bottle, she put her hair in it, she put some heat in it, and then she pulled it down, and then her straight hair
I
went.
remember that.
Remember
I
this?
remember that.
So
Yeah.
I was literally sitting with Olivia we were in LA, and name dropping again. But I'm sitting on a couch with her, and same thing. Like as the video is going, every time she refreshed her page, it was like 1,000.
Crazy.
Like, and she's like, "This is crazy." And then she couldn't refresh quick enough. You know what I mean? She's like, "It was cool though. It was
Social
kind of cool
media
to
is
watch it."
crazy
It's
like
so
that.
crazy.
Like
Certainly was in a few years ago. You know.
it really was. Yeah, like a couple years ago, it was crazy, and I think it still happens to some people now too. Like it just happened to one of my friends. Like it happens now, but it's insane. It just like it kind of shocks you a little bit. You don't know
Mhm.
what to do. You're like, what is this? But I just like maintained what I was doing. It helped, of course, because I had just launched Cadō, and it was the
Right.
perfect time.
Sure.
So people were loving Cadō, and I was actually growing a lot before that video, but that video just took it to the next level.
Open a lot more eyes there.
Totally, totally.
How weird has it been, like, with your newfound hairdresser fame, celebrity almost?
You know what? It's actually for some reason, I don't know. Like I appreciate it, but I don't really think of myself that way. I just don't.
I don't. Yeah.
I don't know why. I don't think of myself that way. I know that I do have, quite a bit of followers, and I know that people
Well,
know
wait a second. When
me.
we were walking here, there were people like going like, "Oh my god, that's Reema." Oh my god, is that her? Is that really her?
It's actually so crazy, and I think it's amazing that just from Instagram and like they see my work, and I feel like some people like know me, and I feel like it's important to show some of who you are on social media too, like
Yeah.
be transparent. And I like to show my family sometimes people need to view you as a human. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like you're a human too. I feel like that's important personally, that I'm a hairdresser but I'm also human. We're like on the same boat, and I just want to give education, and I love that it's reaching so many people. That's what I love.
Do you know what education I really want for you?
What?
Your skin regime, because you got the most perfect skin ever.
Thanks to my mom. She gave me good skin. I
Oh,
hydrate a
this is
lot.
genetic.
It is. It is. Like honestly, I'm not even going through a good skin moment right now. It's fine. I'm trying to accept it, but
You're doing a good job accepting it.
thank you so much.
It's funny. I look through your feed and I go, "Yeah, that's Reema." And I go, "God, look at that skin.
Oh,
There's no hijab. There's no curly hair. It's just look at that skin."
thank you so much. I thank God, right, that I have good skin because I cover everything.
Fair, fair enough.
So it has to be good. Yeah, yeah.
That's amazing.
Thank you.
So how has it been? It's kind of weird, like just even being recognized.
It is. It is weird, but it's so nice. Like
Mhm.
I feel like it's so nice when people come up to me and like, "Oh my god, I see." I was in Germany and I was doing this campaign, and we just went for like literally we had 2 hours, so we went to this area to walk, and this lady recognized me. No, sorry, it was in London. In London, she just recognized me on the street. I was like, "Are you serious right now? This lady's recognizing me on the street." Like she just like looked back. She's like, you know. I
And
thought that was
she said, "Are you
amazing.
Reema?
Yeah,
Is she a
yeah. She's like, "I
hairstylist?"
was literally no." She's like, "I was
That's
literally just
amazing.
looking at your pictures or videos this morning." I was like, "Oh my, that's insane." I was
That's
literally barely
insane.
walking for like a few minutes, but it's the power of social media, you know?
It is crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, it is crazy.
Yeah, I think I asked Presley the same question, and I think she said she was like in an airport in like Nebraska or something, and someone's like, "Are you Presley Poe?" And again, not
Isn't that
hairdresser.
insane?
Yeah, it's
It,
so wild, isn't it?
it is. It's pretty cool though. It's pretty cool.
It's cool because it validates that you're doing the right things and you're reaching enough people.
Yeah, it does. It does.
You know?
Like I love that people they take so much from the education, and they take so much from like the transformations. It's not like, "Oh my god, you're amazing." It's like I learned so much, and I love hearing that. Like I love hearing that people learned from my page. That's the whole
You're
point.
impacting their life.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, like, as weird as that is to say, but it's kind of true.
Yeah, yeah. It's
You know?
insane. It's insane. It's so cool.
It's so cool.
Yeah.
And so you have the Cadō certification. So do you also like if somebody took your class or something, do you have like now they represent like, we're in DC, so do you have like Cadō? Is it Cadō or Cadō?
It's Cadō.
Cadō.
Yeah.
Do you have like Cadō, like, people that you can recommend like in, different geographical kind of places?
Oh, totally, totally. So they get certified, and then they're before taking the class, you have to have 2 years of experience. They get certified once they take the workshop, and then they get put on a stylist locator.
Mhm.
And we like to keep in touch. So I like to stay in touch as much as I can, even though like I have the salon and my son takes up most of my life.
And every class you do is that much more, many more people.
You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah,
it's not about quantity, it's about quality. We really
sure.
want to make sure that the stylists uh, are also getting that exclusivity, that there isn't like 100 people in like this like one street. You know what I mean? Like we
Yeah.
want to make it exclusive as well for those
So what is that? Are
stylists.
you saying like if there's someone on my street that does it already, like you wouldn't certify me?
No, that's not true. I wouldn't do that. I'm not gonna like act like some, no. I would. No, definitely. But it's not like we're not trying to just get anyone and everyone certified. It's
Right.
more about getting the education, really like understanding it, keeping in touch if you need further education. Like I like to be there for people if they want, if they have a question and they message me and they're having issue with a client. Like I love helping them
Mhm.
as much as I can.
Sure.
So really keeping it a little more intimate, a little more exclusive for that purpose, that these stylists still need maybe continuing education or mentorship or support.
Right.
You know
That's awesome. And what liquid products are you using?
what? Was sorry.
Like styling products?
Okay, so recently I've been using Davines and I'm absolutely loving it. I don't know if you use Davin. I love Davines.
Yeah, yeah.
So good. It's so good. Like I love it. If I were to make a line, it would be Davines. Like I just
That
love
would
it.
be the line.
Yeah, that would be the line.
Is that next? Are you making your own line? You
I
are
don't know.
Canadian.
Listen, I don't
Listen,
need to
what's going on in Toronto? Because it seems like every brand is located there.
You think so?
Design Me,
Design Me.
Framar. What's the other? What's the bleach company?
What is
Maybe
it?
they're Montreal. What's
Oh,
that?
Oligo.
Oligo.
Yes, yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. You're right. Actually, we have some. Yeah, you're right. Actually.
See, I know stuff, Reema.
Yeah.
I know a few things, Reema.
Yeah. So, you know what? I don't need to take over like that area. I feel like I never say never, but
Sure.
it's not maybe my like next goal. I would say
What's your next goal?
my next goal is, well, I want to continue doing what I'm doing, but really to like enjoy life a little bit and like maybe educate more, mentor more. I think that's my goal.
Well, I heard a
More
rumor that
mentorship.
you're like semi-retired from behind the chair. Is that true?
My clients are gonna have a heart attack.
But it's
So
true. So that's if they're gonna have a heart attack, that means it's true.
yeah, a little bit. So I am taking less clients. I had to scale back a little bit the last few months.
Mhm.
Since November, I had to scale back due to some health issues. But now I have been taking clients, going back to salon as much as I can. It is a lot because of everything I'm doing.
Mhm.
So sometimes you have to. I never thought I'd be in the position where I'm not doing as many clients as I was before. Like I think that's crazy. I thought I was always going to be behind the chair for like all day, every day. But life sometimes pulls you in other directions, and you have
Mhm.
to follow that path. And right now, I'm happy with like the educating and the mentorship and doing clients here and there. But really, it's I have to scale back a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Well, your clients are gonna hate you.
yeah, they are. Yeah, I'm
No.
so sorry. I love you guys,
No, I love you guys so much.
but I do want to do everyone's hair.
That's
But I
cool.
have an amazing team. Like we have a 3-story salon, and they're amazing.
So, okay. I wish they were on the podcast. How has that been too? Like, like the people close to you, like not Bassam, not your husband, because he's a part of it, but like your cousins and your sisters and all that. Like, with your with your newfound notoriety, how's the family? How is the family reacting? And then I'll get to the B question.
You know what? They're so supportive. They're extremely
Are they like
supportive.
blown away? Like, holy cow!
You know what? Sometimes, so your family are sometimes your toughest clients.
Oh, yeah, they are.
So, one of my sister-in-laws, I love her so much. She's like my best friend, and she's
Oh,
like,
when you set it up like that, I know you're about to
no,
shit on her. Go ahead.
but she's like the most difficult client. I love her so much, but
Oh, here we
every
go.
day she's like, I want to cut it short. No, no, I don't want to cut it short. I want to keep it long. I want bangs. No, I never want to get bangs. And every day it's like something. So then she's like, oh my God, you're like the Beyonce of hair. And I never even knew that.
Yo, I like that. That might be the title of the podcast, the Beyonce of
She's
hair.
like, how? She's like, I'm just like out here, bothering you. And you're just like, well, that's what she says. But yeah, it's so funny. But they're super, super supportive. Super
That
supportive.
that's
Yeah, I love
very
them.
cool,
Yeah, yeah,
man.
yeah. They
And
are.
then how have people like in the salon reacted to you not being there as much and you being on the road and like all that kind of stuff? How's that going?
You know what? They're holding it down, but they're holding it down at the salon, but they do like when we're there. And it's so nice that they like when we're there. I love that they love that.
Mhm.
So they like when we're there. They like when I'm able to give
Well, but
mentorship.
they came because of you.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I mean, like nobody enters a salon because of what's on the outside of the door.
Hmm, hmm.
It always comes down to the management, or it doesn't last very long,
Right,
right? So I
right.
mean, they're there for you. So I mean, I'm sure that there's like kind of oh shucks, I wish they were here or
Yeah,
missing you
we
guys
we
being there.
try our best, honestly, and they're definitely we try to we try to maintain that like friendly family environment.
Mhm.
It's a big team though. We're almost 30 people,
Wow,
and
that's a lot of egos.
it's a lot of women.
Even worse.
But you know what? They're amazing. They're holding it down when we're not there, and when we're there, they love it. We have a good relationship with every single
Mhm.
person in our salon, and I try to offer as much mentorship as possible, and that's why I need to scale back a little bit is because I want to mentor
So
more.
to be more of a leader than a teammate.
Totally, totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And Bassam works at the salon? Works in
Oh,
the salon?
he doesn't do hair, obviously, but
Right.
he says he could. He says he said he would steal all my clients.
You're first.
So
But if he messes up your haircut, nobody can see it.
you know, I'm totally down. I told him recently, I'm like, can you cut my hair?
Really?
He's like, no.
Oh, so when it comes down to it,
Exactly.
nothing to do with it.
No, but he is there and he does a lot. That we're always working all day, every day, but doesn't necessarily have to be at the salon, but we're always working all
Right.
the time.
But it's good to have a face there, right? Like with
Yeah,
if you're
so
not if you can't be
usually-
there, Bassam's there, or if Bassam's not
Exactly.
there, you're there.
Totally. We try our best to be there, but as you know, we travel together because I can't go anywhere without him.
No. You are a little high maintenance when it
A
comes
little
to that. He told me not to say that, but I'm sorry. Sorry, Bassam. That's awesome. So he schedules all your stuff and things
Yeah,
like all the
yeah.
classes and stuff.
He
That's
does
so
a
lovely
lot.
though.
Yeah, he does a lot. He does the meetings. He does the communication with everybody that's booking classes. He does a lot for the salon. I like mentor and I do hair, but he's basically doing the whole business part. I do a lot, but he does a lot.
That's
You
great,
know? Yeah,
man. So great to have a partner in it with you like that, you know?
Totally. Yeah.
Yeah, that's so cool.
I wouldn't be able to do without him. Yeah, for
I
sure.
could never imagine like running a salon with people. Like I'm in a suite, you know, so all I have to do is run my own ego,
Yeah.
you know. But like to have like I don't know if that's for me,
Yeah, it's a lot.
you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
And then I don't know if I'd be really good at making that, you know, painting that line about like I'm your boss or I'm your friend.
It is hard because it is hard. That's actually such a hard thing to do because you can be friendly and then you have to be a boss when you have to be a boss. But my team, I think I have a relationship with them now where I can talk to them even if it's something that like maybe we're not necessarily happy with. We
Mhm.
talk to them, but I learned that everything can be done with love. You can even let someone go with love. Okay.
What's
So
that sound like?
you know, it's just
Can you
like,
fire me, Reema?
you know, you're amazing, but maybe no, but really.
So
you can-
when she opens up with "You're amazing," you know it's coming. It's kind of like your sister-in-law when she was like, "I love her, but those bangs."
I actually love her though. Like she's amazing.
She'll believe you after this podcast.
She knows. I tell her all the time.
Oh, that's so awesome.
But yeah, no, you can do everything with love. You really can. Like you can talk to someone and tell them, you know, maybe you shouldn't be on your phone on the floor, and in a good way. It doesn't have to be like, why are you on your phone? And you know,
Yeah,
it doesn't have to be that way.
that's really good. Is your whole family in Toronto?
Most of us, yeah.
Yeah. Do you
Mhm.
you have family outside the country too?
My sister's in Pennsylvania. She loves it over
Well,
there.
that is outside the country. I
Yeah.
wasn't thinking. Yeah, I had to calculate that in my head a little bit. Like, well, that's not outside the country. I go, well, maybe it is.
Since we're in Canada.
Yeah.
We're originally from Palestine, but me and Bassam are both born in Canada.
Mhm.
So we both have family in Palestine. We have family in Jordan because they were refugees to Jordan,
Mhm.
and then we also have family. A lot of people are in Canada actually.
Did I ever tell you if I ever won a game show and they could say you can go anywhere in the world? You know where that would be?
Where?
You know where my anywhere is? Well,
Where?
let me ask you. What's your anywhere?
Palestine,
Really?
like where I would go
Yeah.
in Palestine. Yeah,
Palestine would be it.
of course it would be. Yeah, that's my home. You know.
Well, I mean, I kind of think that's cheating of the game, though. You know, like it's supposed to be like this dream spot to kind of go to.
That's
And
literally
that's
my
it.
dream.
That's good though.
Yeah, that's actually my dream spot. Like I think every Palestinian's dream spot
Is to go to Palestine.
is to go to Palestine. It's so beautiful. It's like you have everything in one. You literally have everything in one. And the culture is that's where I would want to go.
That's where you'd want to go.
What about you, Jordan?
Yeah.
Actually,
Did we talk about this?
I feel like we did, but like it could either be Palestine or Jordan. You said Jordan.
No. It's actually Petra.
Petra, yeah.
And
we're
here's
actually-
why. Here's why. It's because, and we're going back a long time, like maybe
Yeah.
20 years ago or something. But like the Travel Channel or something did this thing, and King Hussein, the original, the OG
Yes,
King
the
Hussein,
OG, yeah.
like he rode his Harley Davidson across the desert into Petra.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, that looks like the coolest thing.
Did he
in the
really?
world.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
And like he brought a camera crew with him and stuff, you know, and like that was just.
I think we're gonna go there. So we're going to
You going to
Jordan
Petra?
soon. Bassam wants to go, so I think we're gonna go. We're gonna leave Bassam.
Can I carry your bags?
It's very hot at that time of year. Like
I'm
I
in,
think it's.
I'm
Gonna
in,
be
I'm in
crazy hot.
Cambodia next week. I mean,
Yeah,
we're
that's
not
true.
Let's spend a year in Saudi, man. Come on.
That's true.
I know
That's
hot,
true.
bro.
Yeah, you
I've been
do.
hot before.
Never mind. You do.
I've been hot before. Actually, we were. I was in the Navy. That's what took me there. But I was in. Speaking of Jordan, I was in the Suez Canal, right? And being in the Suez Canal was the hottest I've ever felt, ever.
Really?
Well, I don't know if it's the hottest I've ever felt, but what happened was I was inside. We taken the ship across the Suez. It's a long story, anyways. But I went from indoor environment like we are now, and I opened up the door, and it was like there was no air. Like there was no. I
Oh,
was like.
wow. It's like an oven.
Yeah, just like it was. Yeah, it's like an oven or like a sauna. That initial feeling that you get. But yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
It literally like an oven, and there's like, and it was so dry. Like everyone talks about like dry and like
Yeah.
humid. Oh, it was dry. I'm like, yeah, but there's no air. You can't
Can breathe.
you can't
That's
breathe. It was
crazy.
so crazy, and it was like,
Wow.
oh yeah, I'm not in Kansas anymore. Like that was the like this is the Middle East.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It was so cool.
Oh my
I love
God.
the Middle East though.
I know.
I love
me
the
too.
culture. I love the people.
Me too.
It's I'm gonna cry. Hold on. It
Aw.
saddens me that certainly in media and in government stuff that people aren't represented. It's about these stupid governments and these
It's so stupid
all
because
this
when you
stuff.
go, it's like completely different. You
The
know.
people are just at least everybody that I came in touch with was just extraordinary people. I mean that's
Yeah.
kind of like around the world, but it's just
People
it's like-
have a totally different idea of what it is there.
Mhm.
Like even the other day, I had a client and she was like to me, I was like, you should go to Dubai. She's like, yeah, but how does it feel like to be a second-class citizen there, like as a woman? I was like, what? Women are queens in the Middle East. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
You know? But that's people's perception from like the news. You
Yeah,
know what I
sure.
mean? So, I don't blame her for thinking that. But I'm like, wow, like I want to be a woman living in Saudi Arabia or like Dubai or like those areas and
Uh-huh.
everywhere, actually. It's just so, like they're literally living like queens over there.
Have you been to Jeddah?
No, but I'm going soon. Hopefully.
Have you been on your Hajj?
No.
Is it coming?
Well, no, I feel like maybe not Hajj, maybe like Umrah, which is
Mhm.
like the small version of it.
Baby Hajj?
A baby Hajj, exactly. So that's we really want to do that probably sometime this year.
To do the baby Hajj.
Yes, the baby Hajj.
So that doesn't happen during Hajj. So when does that happen?
That happens anytime, basically. So
Or she
it,
just
yeah, it happens anytime. So we want to do it.
So what
in,
is it? What is that? Is it
October,
the same
November.
ceremony?
I don't know much about it, to be honest. I'm like the last person. It's like
Where's
I thi-
Bassam?
okay. So I was born and raised in Canada, and as much as I love to represent and I do practice, but I still have a lot of learning to do in terms of the religion. So there's so
So I
many
know
things
more
I
than
ca-
you.
You probably do because you lived in Saudi. You know.
Well, I didn't live there. I just was there.
Oh, you were there, yeah. For like a
Nobody's
year.
allowed to live in
Yeah,
Saudi.
this
Let's be
is true.
clear.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
You can visit.
you can visit.
and
Yeah,
then you can leave.
you can visit and you
Yeah.
can leave. Here's what I found odd. There's two things I found odd about Saudi. Is that the toilet situation is bad there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, well, but I'm an American. Like we're used to sitting.
Oh, they have the squatting.
They have the squatting and they have the
Oh.
hose.
Okay,
And we're
listen.
talking about like at the mall. We're not talking about like, so it
Okay,
was
so
like,
I actually really like what the hose, like the bidet hose situation.
no, it was like a hose on a wall.
But with the toilet.
No,
Oh.
with a hole, with a squat. A squat and a hose is what you got.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So that was like, well, okay, that's odd. But I mean, it's just culturally odd. It's
But
not like,
it's better for you, you know.
so they say.
Listen, I'm happy with the bathroom.
Yeah.
I'm
the-
happy with the bathrooms in the Middle East. I think we need to catch up here. I'm not gonna lie. I'm sorry, but I think we need to up our game in North America
Okay.
because if you go to Dubai or you go to these places, it's clean.
Well, there's
so
that.
clean. We need to up our game here. I'm sorry.
There's that.
The
And then
cleanliness is a whole other level.
a whole nother level of cleanliness.
Yeah,
Right?
we
Yeah.
need to be cleaner here.
Yeah.
More
Well,
rules.
it's probably, you know what? I'm going to say it's cultural.
Yeah.
And not cultural in this sense, but historically cultural.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because like there was, I mean, for the same reason that like Muslims and Jews don't eat like pork,
Mhm.
because at some point it was like the diseases you get from pork is different than the diseases you get from other stuff, which is why it's illegal, right?
Mhm, mhm.
Right. But as we've kind of like, as society's gone, like we know how to keep pork cold now
Right.
and
right.
clean.
Right.
So it's no longer like a dirty meat like it was once considered.
Yeah.
so-
yeah. Because like growing up for me, sorry to cut you off, but
No,
like
no, no.
for me it was like such a thing. Like you can do anything bad, but like pork, you
You can't.
don't even. And even now, it's like I can't. There's no way. Like if I eat it and I know I ate it, I'll probably vomit. Like that's how.
Really?
Yeah,
So
and
it's
everyone is like that.
so
It's a
so
big
you have
deal.
no idea how delicious bacon is.
No,
No.
I'm sure. I'm sure it's yummy, but no,
So when you smell it, you don't go, that smells
no.
delicious. Like you the
It's
other way?
no. It's like when something. No, because ever since I was a kid,
No
it's not a bad
swine.
animal. Yeah, but it's not like you just don't eat it.
Yeah.
You have to treat it well, but you don't eat it.
Right.
And like that's it. We don't eat it.
You don't eat it.
It's
I don't eat it anymore either. But
really a
whatever.
lot of people don't eat it anymore.
I
But
don't eat meat anymore.
oh, really?
Mm.
Wow, I can't really.
Remember we were at the barbecue, I didn't eat meat.
Wow,
Shout out to
vegetarian.
Tony for the big
Wow.
barbecue that he
Oh
made for
yeah,
you
shout out
last
to
year.
Tony. That was amazing.
It's good.
Honestly,
You had the brisket, right?
yeah, so good. But I was all stressed out about my bag that I forgot, so I couldn't even really think. But yeah, that
Yeah.
was amazing.
Reema left her bag
It's okay. I
in a
was
car.
really
It
excited.
was a cab, right?
No,
Or was it Uber?
it was no, it was a car that we
Oh, that you
rented, but
rented?
then they switched us because I guess it was a bad car. So then I left. I forgot my bag in the car that we didn't.
Oh, that's right. And then didn't you have to get like the new people or
Yeah,
something? Yeah.
but I got the bag.
You got the Basam got the bag.
Bassam got the bag. He had to travel all the way.
Yeah, he did,
All the
dude.
way.
Yeah, but he drove like hours to get
Yeah,
your
the
bag.
poor guy. Honestly, he's a real one.
He is a real one.
He's a real one.
Yeah, he's a good dude, man.
Yeah.
Like I said, I want to hang out with him more than you at the
I
end of the weekend.
know.
I mean, it happened. It happened.
That's what happens with everyone.
You're like, I thought I was the star here.
I
Who's
already
that
know
guy?
I'm not.
Not when Basam's in the room,
Literally.
or Jamal apparently,
Yeah.
because he's a heartbreaker too.
He
Got to meet
really
him today.
Yeah, he's such a cutie. Oh my gosh.
He is. Where'd those blue eyes come from?
We got colonized, a few times.
Clearly.
No, my mom had blue eyes, blue, green, and my family, and also Bassam's family has like a
He's so
blue
light.
green. Yeah, he is. But I looked like him as a child without the blue eyes.
Mm.
So he gets it from the both of us, both sides.
That's pretty cool. He's a handsome
Yeah.
little fella there, man.
Thank you. And
And-
he knows it.
Yeah, he knows. Loves his M&Ms too.
Yeah,
I watched that happen.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I don't know what's happening right now.
Oh yeah. Well, he's with Dad. You know
He's
exactly what's.
driving. For sure, he's driving him nuts. He's driving
Oh
him
my
nuts.
gosh, that's amazing, man.
Yeah.
What? So you're on tour? You're gonna be on tour?
Well, I have a class coming up. When is my next class? Well, I like to be low key in the summer. I want to enjoy it with my family.
Mhm.
But when the fall comes, it's all
That
education.
makes sense.
Yeah, for sure. So the next class that we know of right now, it will be in Virginia. I haven't announced it yet, so this is the first.
This is the first announcement
Yes,
here.
this is the first time.
So-
Second time. The first time was in the class
Okay.
actually.
Okay. Let me clarify. It's going to be in Northern Virginia, so it's going to be right outside of the Washington D.C. area, which I'm beyond salty that we haven't chatted about this
Yeah,
before
I'm
this.
so sorry.
I'm not mad at you. I'm mad at that guy that I'm in love with. However, yeah, it's going to be in McLean, Virginia,
Yep.
and it's you said the first weekend of October. That might not be a full quote. Where do people
Yeah.
get tickets or find tickets or whatever?
Well, usually I announce the class on my Instagram, and then they can get tickets on CadōAcademy.com.
Mhm.
And
How many tickets? for the
20
show?
22 for this class.
Ooh,
So it's
that's a
gonna be
small and
yeah,
intimate one.
Yeah, it's small and intimate. It's usually not bigger than 50 people.
Mhm.
50 is a big class, but we do give all the attention that you need, even if it's a
Yeah.
bigger class. So 22 is a perfect number.
And with the 22, or with anybody, when you do the classes, do you have like people that assist you in the class, or is it just
Mhm.
Reema?
Oh yeah, no. We have a whole team.
Mm-hmm.
The whole team that goes, and we have like my husband, and then we have the education team, and then like for example in my salon right now we had like a bunch of people from the salon. Usually it's people from within our salon
Mhm.
that come and educate as well.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm so happy.
Thank you.
I love our friendship.
Thank you so much. This is so fun.
Yeah, and you turned me down.
I did.
I
but you know-
told you, I said, you're just going to have fun. It's just going to be you and I talking.
Yeah, it really was. That's exactly what it was.
It's exactly
Yeah.
what it was. Dude,
A conversation.
I'm so happy for you, and just,
Thank you.
I love to watch your success and to watch what you're doing and inspiring the industry, because even the curly hair stuff that you're doing, you don't like I said, when you swipe, that it's Reema. Like you're
Thank
like,
you.
that's Reema.
Thank you.
It's just like it's the art at its epitome.
Wow, thank you so
It's
much.
really-
That's so kind. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Of course, man. You're amazing.
Thank you.
What are you doing? Any other hair shows, or is this the one?
This is the one. I have campaigns coming up,
Oh,
but
this is your first premiere.
this is my first premiere.
How's it been?
It's so cool. It's insane. It's so big. It like everyone is like I love the vibe. It's everyone just wants to learn. There's so much happening at once. Very overstimulating, but
It's
very
very
cool.
overstood. I get that. Yeah.
Yeah. But it's really cool. I love it. I had a class this morning and I have another class at 3:30 with
Ooh.
K18 and yeah, I'm excited.
Just you, or are you going to go up with like Ashley or one of them?
No, it's just me.
Mhm.
I'm doing a 1 hour class. It's not long enough, if you ask me. I'm trying to get everything in there.
What are you teaching in an hour class?
I'm teaching a little bit of cutting, a little bit of styling.
In an hour?
I know, but a little bit of it is theory, and then I have a live model.
Mhm.
I can't do the full model on stage, but I'm trying to give as much as I can in this hour, and it's the Cadō approach to very curly, highly textured hair, coily hair.
That's amazing.
Mhm.
It's so cool.
Thank
I
you.
bet your swag's pretty good at your classes now too. So who you with? You were Schwarzkopf and you're with K18?
Schwarzkopf, K18, and these are basically the two that sponsor our classes, and Orbe also
Oh, that's right,
always
Orbe. Yeah.
Orbe
They
always
always show up.
yeah, they always show up. They also sponsor our classes, and people usually love to see that they sponsor that class because we love their products. They're so good.
Right. That's so cool because I have a buddy of mine. Oh, I got to get you guys in touch. She just started. She's like a. She used to be a cosmoprof. She's like one of the district. You know, the people that come and visit you in the salon, whatever you call those. But she's now working with Orbe. So she's going to be that person, and she's in Northern Virginia.
Oh, really?
So I'm going to connect you guys. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
yes, please. Yes,
Yeah.
please.
I'll get your guys your phone numbers done, and make sure that she even knows about the class. And if she
yeah,
doesn't,
thank you
then
so much.
make her like do the work for you. You know what I mean? Like get you some products and stuff like that. Whatever she has to do. Yeah, she's
Thank
great
you.
too.
I'm
I
sure.
adore her.
Oh, that's so
Adore
sweet. I can't
her.
wait to meet her. What's her name?
Tatiana.
Tatiana. Oh, I can't
I
wait to
think
meet her.
sometimes she goes by Tanya professionally, but she's my homie, so she's Tatiana.
I like Tatiana.
I like Tatiana
I like
as well.
longer names.
Yeah, and she's beautiful, beautiful person,
Aw.
beautiful, and then beautiful person as well.
Oh,
You know
that's so nice.
Tatiana, don't you? No, maybe, maybe. Reema. Oh well, how can people find you?
Okay, so you can follow me on Instagram and TikTok and YouTube actually at Hair by Reema. So 2 E's, Reema. And if you can learn about any classes or anything through my Instagram, and I always love posting transformations and organic content, I would say.
Yeah, that's awesome. How's your TikTok doing?
Doing great. You know, they haven't
That's a
deleted
beast, man. That's a right.
it.
But you're in Canada. Would they
We don't
delete
make any
yours too?
money. What's that? No, we actually didn't get deleted, but like Canadians don't really make any of that like creator funds or anything like that.
Oh, that's
So
right.
it's
I remember
just
that.
another platform for us to like post.
Right. Like a
But
promotional platform
yeah, that's it. But like the poor influencers, they don't get any money off of
from
it.
Canada.
No,
But it must be the Canadian rules then or something, right?
I'm not sure what it is, but they're just not letting these influencers make money. You
I
know,
know, and they're all salty about it too.
Yeah, they're so salty.
About it. Here's what we'll do. Here's the idea.
Mhm.
I'll set up your account from the US. You do all the posting, and then I'll cut your percentage of the check.
How much?
I mean, I'll have to talk to Bassam. See how much he's gonna give me.
Maybe we should. That's a hack.
This is a hack. This is like caffeine in the morning during Ramadan.
Yeah. This is definitely a hack.
You know what? I don't even say anything illegal about it. Right?
I don't think so.
Right?
No,
I don't know.
I teach here.
As a matter of fact, I'm going to open that up to anybody that wants to, any Canadian that wants to set up a
he's
TikTok
your
account.
guy.
Like, I'll set it up.
This is a great agency idea.
Well,
You should just have, like, an
this is what I'm
agency.
thinking about, right? I'll set it up, and then we'll come to some agreement about how much you're going to get,
Yeah,
and then
you
although-
kill me, so you get most of it.
well, but think about this, right? Like all that money that I'm bringing in, I now have to pay taxes on.
Yeah,
Because I'm probably gonna have to pay taxes on the 100%. You know what I mean?
just for sitting there and making the account.
Just for sitting there making the account.
Yeah,
But then but listen, to your point, 10% is better than no percent,
oh my god,
right? Right now you're getting no percent.
that's true.
You know,
10% would be a
way
little bit
better than no
more.
percent.
You kill me.
Just saying.
Don't contact him.
I can't wait for Bassam to call me. Like, what the hell are you talking He'll call me just to hang up on me. 10%.
Bye, Corey.
We can't do that anymore, can we? Oh
No, you can't.
You can't do. It's not the same. Slamming down a phone was way better than. You just hurt your finger. You know what the best
That's
was?
hilarious.
Slamming the phone on the wall.
Oh my
Because you have
gosh,
all
yeah.
that.
Yeah. I didn't think about that, but yeah, you're right.
Right? You have all that leverage.
The feeling is not there.
Yeah,
you
it
know?
comes from your feet.
Yeah, yeah.
Now
You
you're
can't
like,
do that anymore.
it's not, and they don't know, right? They don't know that they just got slammed.
No.
When you slam one on the wall, like they're like, oh, it's like slamming a door, like you can hear it.
Exactly.
But now it's like, your
Oh,
call's
no.
been disconnected. It's so funny. That's awesome. Reema, I love you.
I love you too.
Thank you so
much, Corey.
Thank you, friend.
This was awesome. Thank you.
Yay. That's awesome. Miss Reema Jabber. Thank
Jabber.
you. Jabber. Gosh, it's the wrong one. Jabber. Thank you very, very much for joining us on your day.